Nova Employment is part of the Disability Employment Network. We operate from 16 sites in New South Wales and one in Queensland. I think at the moment we employ about 120 staff, and over the past 20 years we've helped many thousands of people get a job. And for me, that was really what the business was always going to be about. It was about helping people realise their potential and their aspirations for employment. Because in Australian society, you're very much judged by what you do. That question, what do you do for a quid, or how do you earn a living, is one of the first that a stranger will ask you. And we all know that when you get the answer, what you're doing with that person's employment is using it as a means of working out where they sit in a sort of a social ladder. Right on the bottom of that are people that are unemployed, and in Australia we call them dole bludgers. If you don't want to be in receipt of welfare and you want to work, I very much believe that you should be given every possible opportunity and support to achieve that goal. And that's one of the roles of Nova Employment, because the young men and women that come to us very much want to work. What are the barriers that they face? There are a couple. The first one is obviously their disability. Everyone that comes to Nova has a disability. We're elitist. And the second thing is other people's attitude. It's the attitude of employers and co-workers and of customers. How do they feel about actually being served or cared for by someone that obviously has an impairment? That's what Nova's about. Nova's about overcoming those barriers and about fulfilling both the aspiration and the ability of our job seekers.
Gives them the opportunity to have a place in the community as a productive member of the community, and that is working. We all work defines who we are, and what we like to do, or it's a part of what defines who we are, what we do, not only in our leisure time but in our work time. So I think that's the most important thing that Nova's given Vince, is a place in the community.
Nova's numbering system used to be 001, 002, 00 and so on. And a young lady who I remember very much as 009 came to see me just simply because she was in the area. She's been working for the past 17 years. She's now a mum and a wife and set up a family for herself. This is a young lady who came to us with a guarantee from her school and from her teachers that if we could get her a job, she didn't have the commitment, or she wouldn't have the commitment to stick to it. Well, she proved them wrong. She worked really, really hard, and 17 odd years later, she's still employed by the same business. She's going on long service leave. I think that was really good to hear. I really enjoyed seeing her again, but also hearing that her work is still just as good for her as it was all that time ago.